Hi, my name's Andrew McLaren, and I want to show you an often overlooked thing that you can do with Google and Google Images, or Lens is, I believe, what they're calling this. And you can do this on a phone, you can take pictures, and you can even scan different images like in the world and have it automatically process and even translate the thing. So if we're looking at this, we can say, I want this translated from one language to another. Now this, because it's my handwriting, it's having a hard time reading some of the characters, but that's okay. It kind of demonstrates what this can and cannot do. So it's able to translate parts of the stuff, of the parts of the problem. And I could imagine that as this gets better, this is going to be essential for students who are learning a subject in a different language than their primary language. And this, it can't recognize all the parts, so of course this is going to get mistranslated, but it's getting like chemicals, and it even pulls up relevant diagrams of the chemicals for you. It's fairly cool. But the real power in this comes from when you're looking at images with clear font like this, and you're trying to understand the different parts. So if you just Google search anything and you click on the search by image, you should be able to click and drag things in there, and it'll break it down so you can look up what a reaction is. You can look up what a product is. So although this translation isn't perfect, it's going to be able to do a fair amount of stuff for you. And you can, translate pretty quickly into a number of different languages. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's not perfect, but this type of information also can be used to just like look at some stuff about science, but other things it's not perfect. Like it has, whenever you see theta, it thinks it's A because it's trying to read this as the English language. There isn't a science specific set yet for Google Lens, as far as I'm aware of. It's just like signs. It's like, can you read this sign for me and tell me what these words mean? So that's kind of cool. And then you can even look at like exergonic and see what that means, and endergonic and see what that means. And so this at the base layer lets students have a lot of support looking at a diagram and breaking it apart. And you don't have to explain every single term on every single diagram, because they should be able to then click on it and have a like kind of like a website, a pop down thing where they can get more information. I wanted to also show this with like triple points because that's got a fair amount of information on the diagram. So you can talk about like phases or like a solid or even a critical pressure. And as you saw, I was able to kind of highlight multiple things there. And it will give you a relevant Google search relevant to what it's thinking it's reading. So it's not perfect, and it does depend on the quality of the image. And like, for example, that symbol right there, it's just having a hard time reading that. But there's even something kind of like this where you can try and search for a specific thing like that. And then you can also, kind of cool, you can say, hey, where did this image come from? So if you're thinking that someone's using an image that they're not telling you where it came from, you can see where this image also appears online in other places and the date. So there's a lot of great things for checking, like where does this stuff kind of come from, breaking down diagrams and translating it. It's a really cool tool. I think a lot of teachers would love to use this if they knew about it, and it's a very easy thing to do. So if you can, share it with other people, but also be aware that it's going to mistranslate some stuff. Thank you for McLearning with me. Before you go, please check out the following services that I offer with my business. So if you click the link in my videos, this goes to my website. I might be changing it from Podia because I'm no longer doing the interactive videos for sale. I might put those up for free. But most of my other services are linked here. So you can see that I've got like a Teachers Pay Teachers and a Wyzant. The Teachers Pay Teachers has a lot of my assessments that I have for like the NGSS, as well as lessons that I made when I was actually a teacher in the classroom. So I've got quite a few things like CERs and other things on there. If you want to get one-on-one live support from me, either like with science or like working on like teaching support lessons and that kind of stuff, You can sign up through Wyzant. I have a link to there where you can contact me there, and we can schedule hourly appointments. And I've got a few other things on here like a Facebook page and our social media. And if you're interested in getting professional development with me for like a team of teachers, a whole page with information on that. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Thank you.